Hi, thank you so much for joining me. So for our lip battle this week, we have the Sisley Nutritive Lip Balm. Okay, so on one side it says Comfort Extreme Lèvre, and then the other side says Nutritive Lip Balm. So we have this lip balm up against the By Terry Baume de Rose in the tub. So just a quick comparison of packaging. This is a plastic container for the Sisley, and when you open it up inside, you see it is a more of a sheer balm-like texture. So here it is on my finger, and you put it here. You can see it's it's like sheer, more Vaseline-y Aquaphor type thing. Not that it really feels like that. It's actually much smoother than that. It feels much more finely textured. So this is the Sisley Nutritive Lip Balm. And it does come with a little plastic spatula, so you don't have to dip your fingers into it. Mine was broken when I purchased it, and I didn't feel like getting a new one. Honestly, when I do use this, I always use it after I've just washed my hands. So the Baume de Rose. This is a glass jar. You've got this little, it's not metal, but it looks like metal. But I believe it's plastic with, like the foil type covering. And here is the consistency inside. So it's going to be much creamier. It's like a light pink. And going on here, you can see that it is also going to sheer out like that. And there's not really a tint to it. If you look super, super closely, there might be the slightest pink, but it's not something that's going to be evident on your lips. And this one has a thicker consistency, and it has a rose scent to it. So it's a very nice, relaxing rose scent. I like it a lot. I love rose scents. But for me, it is a little overpowering during the daytime. I prefer to use this like at night before going to bed, or like a really cold day where you're kind of just staying in and trying to relax on the couch. So these are the two lip balms. And I have the Sisley Nutritive up first for the first test, and the By Terry Baume de Rose for the second test. So stay tuned for those updates. Okay, so this is the starting point for the Sisley Nutritive Lip Balm. So this is the one that comes in a pink plastic jar. And this is what it looks like inside. So I know technically, people don't recommend putting your fingers in here, but I use clean fingers every time and put it on. So here's my starting point. And you can see my it's a little dry, but I don't have any like cuts or anything. So it's just, a little textured. And there we go. Okay, so I'm back with a 4-hour update with the Sisley Nutritive Lip Balm. And you can see my lips are in good shape. I did reapply once about 2 hours ago. So, and I'll probably reapply soon just because it's starting to feel like it's not really present anymore. This is a very thin lip balm. It's kind of similar in texture to the Clé de Peau Lip Glorifier, but not quite as much slip. So the lip glorifier is a little bit more smooth. This is it's even thinner texture. So, it kind of feels like it starts to soak into your lips. I don't know if it actually is, but it kind of feels like it's soaking in. You just have like a thin layer left on top. So as you wear it, that's kind of what it feels like to me. But my lips are in good shape, and overall, no issues. So that's it. I do think though that this one might have to be reapplied more frequently than some others. So I'll let you guys know how many times I've reapplied later on. So thanks so much. Bye. Okay, so I'm back with the follow-up to the Sisley Nutritive Lip Balm. So it was one of those nights where I was woken up a lot by the kids. So it was actually a kind of a busy night. And so I've been up for a couple of hours already, and it has completely worn off. Honestly, when I woke up this morning, I didn't even feel like there was anything left. My lips felt moisturized, but they didn't feel like there was any balm remaining at all. And you can see they're starting, like I got a little dryness here. That was not present right after I woke up, and now that it's been been almost 3 hours. It's been like 2 hours and 45 minutes since I woke up. So I haven't put anything on or anything like that. So you can see it's starting to dry out a little bit. So that's the follow-up with that, and I'll be back with the next one later. Thanks. Okay, so today I am starting the wear test for the next lip balm, and we're going to use the By Terry Baume de Rose in the tub. So it has this kind of consistency. It's actually super, super creamy. You can see, you know, you barely touch it and you get plenty up. And it has it's a pretty strong rose scent. So you can see I haven't used it a ton. I purchased this around the holidays, and I just found that during the day I don't typically like to wear it too much because I think the rose scent's a little overpowering, and I love rose scents, but it is kind of nice around like bedtime and so forth for kind of that relaxing scent in that case. So let me get up close. I'll show you guys my lip condition. And again, it's a little dry right here, but everything else is pretty smooth. Nothing's technically like flaking or cut. So I'm gonna apply this and I will update you later on in the day. So when you put it on, it's definitely a thicker consistency than the Sisley Nutritive lip balm. It has kind of a thick, creamy consistency. It feels nice. It feels very, very nourishing. So I'll be back later. Thanks. Okay, so this is my final update for the By Terry Baume de Rose. And I've been on for about an hour this morning, and I still have like the faintest layer on my lips. I haven't done anything other than brush my teeth though. I haven't had anything to eat or drink yet today. And yeah, overall, my lips are in really good shape. They're not dry at all. I mean, I've got that thin layer right now of moisture coating them, but you have no cracks or anything. So far, so good. So thanks. Okay, so we're back with my final thoughts. Let's start off with the Sisley. So the Sisley Nutritive Lip Balm has a thinner texture. I think it feels great on the lips. This has been one of my favorites. You can see I purchased this winter, and you can see if you kind of look at the side, you know, how much I've actually used of this product already. I think is very, very comfortable. It's thin enough that you don't really notice it on the lips. However, because it is thinner, it does need to be reapplied more often. So when I'm wearing this during the day, I basically had to reapply this every 2 to 3 hours. So definitely more applications. Again, it is super comfortable on the lips though, so I didn't really mind doing that. Although since I do have to dip my fingers into this, that did mean I had to wash my hands every time, which, you know, not necessarily a bad thing, but you know, it is something not quite as easy to use as something in a stick form. All right, so overnight use for this, this is the one I typically put on before bed every night. And by morning, it basically has sunken in or disappeared, maybe rubbed off on the sheets or something like that in the morning. And my lips feel fine afterwards. I did notice though that using this one overnight is not as moisturizing as the By Terry Baume de Rose. So switching to this one, I did not have to reapply this very often. I think I reapplied it 3 or 4 times total over the day, and then I applied it once before bed. It was still evident in the morning, a light coating, but a little bit more than any of the other lip products that I have tested so far. And yeah, basically it's a little bit thicker. So you do notice on the lips, it's very, very moisturizing. And even after I showered and, you know, it'd been kind of wiped away and everything, my lips still felt fully hydrated. Whereas with the Sisley, my lips were starting to go back to their normal dryness. They did not feel drier than they did prior to starting the test, but they did not feel any more moisturized. So, you know, I've had experience in the past where it has helped like heal cuts and so forth. So, you know, it's definitely not a detrimental lip balm. It's still one of my favorites, but it is not as moisturizing or heavy duty as the By Terry Baume de Rose. So if we're looking at the products, since they are both in tubs, they both kind of get the same score there. However, the Sisley does come with a little spatula, little mini spatula to dip that out, which is nice, but you know, at the same time, you still have to wash that as well to keep that sanitary. So I feel like that's kind of a wash. This glass tub, you know, it feels a little bit more luxe. It's heavy. I think it's very nice. I like it. I actually prefer using glass jar over a plastic jar for environmental reasons. However, the plastic is definitely more portable and lighter weight. It's easier to toss in your purse if you were to do that. Since they're tubs, I'm not taking these anywhere. I leave these at home, and I always use stick forms for portable versions anyway. So for me, that's a wash, but for other people, you may prefer one over the other. Scent, the Sisley doesn't really have a scent. So, you know, I can't really smell anything. It's pretty neutral. So the By Terry, I think it does lose a point for being overly scented. I like the rose scent. I think it's a nice rose scent, but again, for me during the daytime, I think it's a little bit too much. So I just wish it was toned down a little bit. Consistency wise, I like the consistencies of both of them. I find the Sisley is going to be a little bit more easy to wear all year. During the summer and so forth, I personally don't like a heavy lip balm, and so I feel like this would be much more comfortable to wear, whereas this is a little bit thicker. However, in moisturizing properties, you got to give it to the By Terry Baume de Rose. This was definitely way more moisturizing than the Sisley, and I think if you've got dry winter lips, this one is the winner compared to the Sisley. So I still really love both of them. And honestly, I still kind of prefer the Sisley just because I really do love this texture of it, and I like having the thinner balm. But if we're looking point by point, I actually think the By Terry Baume de Rose is a better lip product. So I give the battle to the By Terry Baume de Rose. I think it is it's just better at moisturizing your lips, and I think it lasts longer, and it says on the back it nourishes, smooths, and regenerates. I have no idea whether it does that or not, but I do really find it incredibly moisturizing, so I like that. On the bottom of this one, they're both made in France. This is 0.3 ounces or 9 grams, whereas the Sisley is 10 grams or 0.35 ounces. So they're basically the same weight. Price-wise, they're both, you know, high-end lip balms. So it's really which one you prefer. So overall, again, I think my personal favorite goes to the Sisley because it is just a texture I really like to wear all the time. However, I do think the By Terry Baume de Rose is technically a better lip balm. So, any questions, comments? I'd love to know your opinions down below. If you use both of them, which one do you prefer and why? So please leave those down below. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already and you're interested, and please hit the notification bell to be notified whenever a new video pops up. Sorry, I was just kind of trying to get that all out there. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'd love to see you in my next video. So thank you so much and have a great day.